Moving on to healthcare or hospitals.
If India is going to grow, certainly this segment is going to grow faster. Whereas hospitals is more inward looking, more domestic only story. This is still at a number of say 1.3 beds per thousand people, which is extremely low.
Moving on to healthcare or hospitals, you've been very kind of optimistic about that space, and it has emerged over the last, I think, 2 to 3 years. Your perspective on it?
When we look at pharma, it's a mix of export and domestic story, whereas hospitals is more inward looking, a more domestic only story. So it's very similar to a consumption led story in some ways. I can, if I have to, still give it a name. Because you are talking about, if you're talking about per capita income going up, people wanting to live better, live longer, then I think that healthcare becomes the core of that. You would want to get treated at a better facility, you would want to have better access to, the better technology in terms of your healing, etc. So clearly hospitals is a very India-centric story, and if India is going to grow, certainly this segment is going to grow faster. If you look at the fabric of the healthcare or particularly the hospital industry in India, we would be having roughly about 20 to 22 lakhs kind of beds currently. And if I have to call out how much will be say government beds and how much will be the private, roughly you can say that half of that would be government and the remaining half should be private. But given our population where we are, this is still at a number of say 1.3 beds per thousand people, which is extremely low, because if you look at the global average or at least the recommended average by WHO, we should be having at least 2 times more beds versus what we have. So I think that there is a lot of room for this sector to keep expanding for at least the coming few years, and as I said, I mean, the more better income generation, the better access to this healthcare will happen. So I think that this is one very, very structural story to look at when you're looking at this space. So I keep moving in and out depending on the valuation, but structurally when I look at 10 years or 20 years out, I think this is one sector to certainly keep in your mind. Yeah.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.